Hello YouTube, this is Froogle and welcome to a rather unique Froogle Vlogs. I'm in Assetto Corsa, one of the new race driving sims that's out. I've been doing quite a few videos with this over on Froogle Pete, but we'll talk about that in a little while. The reason I'm in this is I'm part of Code Zero Gaming. Code Zero Gaming is a group of YouTubers who like to film together and we help each other out with our videos and stuff like that. And Jeff Favignano did what you can see here. He drove the Shelby Cobra 427 up Trento Bondone and then challenged Bay Area Bugs to do the same thing. The idea being to do it in the YouTuber way. A lot of you people don't realize when you watch these videos and you correct us all about how we're doing everything wrong, that it's actually very hard to record a lot of the videos that we do, either in flight sims or racing or whatever else, and also hold a chat with you at the same time. It's actually very, very tricky to do. So that was really, I think, what Jeff was trying to prove is, can you drive a technically challenging course like Trento Bordone, if that's how you pronounce it, in a very difficult car like the Cobra while doing the YouTube thing without completely wrecking the car, and completely wrecking it meaning shattering the windshield, which is very easy to do in the Cobra. Anyway, he challenged Bugs. Bugs did it and then challenged me, so I'm doing the challenge now, the Code Zero Gaming Assetto Corsa Trento Bondone Shelby Cobra Hillclimb Challenge. I've got it on the screen so you can see all my settings. I'm currently running Pro Assist, which is nothing. Stability control is off, so the car is going to wheel spin and slide all over the place. 100% mechanical damage, fuel consumption is on, and tire wear is normal. So let's just click on Start and get into the driver's seat, as it were. Now, you are going to hear, I'll get this out of the way first. I put up videos of this before and people have complained about this sound. You're going to hear a bit of that. That is the gear shifter. I'm going to do this the correct way, I think, for the Cobra, which I'm using an H-pattern shifter and we're doing manual gear changes, so it's adding even more of a challenge for me, I think. I'm also going to be using track IR because it just makes things a little bit easier. Have practiced this track a few times. I'm not very good at it. We are going to hit the sides. We are going to pick up quite a bit of damage, but obviously the challenge is to reach the top without shattering the windshield. So, with all that done, let's go ahead and actually get in the car. Now, Bugs at the start of his video complained about a really weak wheel spin. Let's see if we can do better. I think that's good. Right, Assetto Corsa. I have been doing Assetto Corsa content on the Froogle Pete channel, and long-term viewers will know that I said 4 or 5 months ago, maybe more, I would do that. I would start moving non-flight sim content on the other channel in an effort to get that channel going again, and I really haven't been able to do that because we're doing at least 3 videos a week, plus running my own business, plus all the other stuff I have to do, like my family and writing articles and all that good stuff. I just don't have the time. So that's actually a bit of a problem for me, in that, you know, I like to do more than just fly. There are lots of sims I enjoy, like these race ones, but I don't want to just do a random race video and throw it up on Froogle Pete where it kind of doesn't fit in with a series that I've got going on. So it means that when I'm having fun outside of a flight sim, I feel terribly guilty because I'm not recording it, because there's nowhere to put it. So I think I'm going to exercise my prerogative as the host of the channel and say, screw it. Oh, that was nasty on the engine. I'm going to bring back non-flight sim content to Froogle Sim. So stuff like race sims, maybe train sim, definitely American Truck Simulator when it comes out, and other sim stuff. I know some of you dislike that, but I think I need to pay attention more to the silent majority of you than a vocal minority, and that's not to really diss you guys who did express your dislike for non-flight sim content. I very much appreciate all of you who are active and post comments and tell me what you like and dislike. Oh, that was bad. And that's even badder. But I think ultimately there are still a lot more people who say nothing and just enjoy the content. And I gotta watch what I do with those gear changes, than those of you who are brave enough to say something. So that's what I'm gonna do. That way I can do more stuff. than just flight simming, and I don't have to feel guilty because I can film it. So I can do stuff like this. I can put up the Code Zero racing videos that are coming out. I can take on these racing challenges. Whoa! Nasty slide. And I think overall it makes for a more varied channel. And with the number of viewers that are here now, 40,000 of you, I'm fairly sure it's not 40,000 people who just want to see flight sim and nothing else. And it's not going to detract from the flight sim content at all. It just lets me do a little bit more. Anyway, H pattern shifter, that clicky thing you keep hearing, which I know some people are going to get annoyed at. Oh my goodness, I got to watch those gear changes. Another reason for using it is this is an old car, and if you do the flappy paddle thing, you've got microsecond gear changes, which are not good. This car, I think, benefits from a considered approach to changing gear. I found, in practicing this very run with a proper gearbox, whoa, I can have a lot more control, he says, crashing into a barrier. The windshield is still intact. And we're getting into the tricky part of this track now, actually, hairpin after hairpin after hairpin. And there is so much torque in first gear. If you're a little over eager with the accelerator, the car just spins. Now, in many ways, I wish that I was into drift racing. I'm not, because I think this track would be ideally suited to somebody with drifting skills. Handbrake turning around all these corners, which I just cannot do. But I am enjoying this. I have done a few runs of this. It's never perfect. There's always scrapes and bashes. I can do it without shattering the windshield. Hopefully this run is an example of that. But again, it is very, 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 very hard on a track as intense as this to hold a conversation. That said, I think one of the reasons I'm enjoying this is this weekend, had a great weekend, went to the Daytona 500, which was a first for me. I do love motorsport, and I do enjoy NASCAR, but I wouldn't say I'm an avid fan. But my wife and I went to Daytona, and we did the backstage thing, and got to wander up and down the pit lane quite a lot. Saw the race, and it was my first ever NASCAR race in person, but more to the point perhaps, at Daytona it's a super speedway, it's a restrictor plate race, so the cars are running at their full potential, which at Daytona is 200 miles an hour. To see that many cars bumper to bumper, 3 wide at 200 miles an hour is an incredible spectacle. It really is. I actually enjoy racing NASCAR as well in iRacing. Whoa! So I have some appreciation for what they're doing. I mean, my wife, who's not into racing at all other than Formula 1, complains, my god, that was painful, complains that it's just left turns. It's really not. It's a game of chess. You're managing the draft with the other cars, working with people that you ultimately want to beat in order to better your position on the racetrack. All at 200 miles an hour, all in many instances just inches away from other cars who also want to beat you but realize they have to help you. There's an invisible wall. We're going to hit a few of those. There are areas of this track without invisible walls where you can just slide off down the side of the mountain, which I've done a few times. But many areas as well where there are these invisible walls which just seem to leap out and thump you. That one was not so invisible, but it didn't register damage, so rubbing is racing. Oh my god, this is not a good time. But again, time is not really the key here. It's the ability to multitask with your mouth, your hands, and your feet and your eyes. That's what she said. Alright, now we're getting into the really technical part of this racetrack. Being delicate with the brake and the clutch now, trying to accelerate out of these hairpins, but there's a lot of them coming up. Looking at the track ahead and looking at the trees, really, to get some indication of just how tight a turn is coming up. So if you look up there, that's a fairly, I wouldn't say easy turn, but potentially one that could be done at second gear. Same on this one, not so much on that one. Oh, I was wrong. The other challenge, oh my god, I gotta watch those gear changes. I need to be conscious of really coming off the gas when that clutch goes down, so I don't overstress the drive shaft. But the other challenge with this racetrack is a bit like Monza. Lots of trees, so lots of shadows, lots of contrast between light and dark, making it very, very hard to gauge things. And I just realized the problem with my car. I'm going to shift my brake bias towards the back. Will make things a little bit easier. Whoa! Just blipping the brake, trying not to lock up. I do highly recommend you all try it yourself, even if you're not YouTubers. Your wives and spouses and parents will give you a funny look if you sit in your gaming room driving your race car talking to yourself for 15 minutes, but try it. It is very, very hard to keep talking while doing something as incredibly taxing as this racetrack. Incidentally, oh, I've done it again. I didn't drop the gas quick enough. Incidentally, if you do have a set of caution, you want to try this, it's very hard to find this track. You need to go into practice mode. That's the only way the track would show up for me. And because it's a hill climb, it kind of doesn't end. When we get to the end of the racetrack, you'll see there's just a barrier. It doesn't say, well done, here's your lap time. It just keeps going. So you could theoretically turn the car around and go back down again. I've not done that. I do kind of want to. That's a nasty corner right there. That gets me every time. Gently on the gas so we don't spin out. Off the... There we go. That's how you change gear. Off the gas. On the clutch. Nice and considered. Well-mannered. Whoa, I didn't need to change down there. Now I do. Look at that. Look at that tree line. You can see trees to the left. You can tell this is a very tight left-hand hairpin. Here there's wheels spinning again. Oh, there's that light and shadow there. It really confused me. I wasn't sure what the track was going to do. And I think this one's a deceptive one. No, it's not. Oh, it's such a hard track to memorize as well. There we go, this is the deceptive one. I'm trying to look through on the gas a little bit. Assetto Corsa is a very, very good sim. And driving a lot better than I am requires you to be very mindful of the car's balance and shifting weight properly into and out of a corner. Trying not to get the tyres doing too much. Tyres can typically only do one thing, which is push, slow, or turn. And a track like this, you need to be a little bit mindful of that. And make sure you're not trying to get the tyres to do two things at once, such as brake and turn, accelerate and turn. Using a bit of engine braking as well, because the brakes are savage on this. The acceleration is savage on this. It's pretty crazy. But yes, by all means, try this yourselves. I wouldn't necessarily say record it and upload it, but just try it. Try to gain some appreciation. It's something that all YouTubers see, particularly in flight sim.
Oh, you did that wrong. Oh, that was terrible. You should have done this.
Well, unless I pre-record, or any of us pre-record the videos and then try to put commentary on later, which I have done, not on this channel. I've mainly practiced on Froogle Pete, sorry, with that one. Unless you record and then add commentary later, it's almost impossible to focus 100% on what you're doing if you're trying to remember what it is you're supposed to say. And if you do add the commentary later, I always find it comes out rather stilted and false, which is why I don't do it. It would be easy to do some very, very complex flights that way. Oh, look at this. This is a really tight one. Oh my gosh. 12 minutes, so I think we're coming up to the end of the track. I haven't got it memorized enough to know for sure, other than the time looks about right. And I'm really slow. Again, I challenge you to do it yourself. Get a good time while nattering away mindlessly. Oh, there's the toilets that Jeff Fabiano crashed into on his one and basically parked out for a little while. Oh, another sight. Bit of engine braking. Don't hit the wall. There we go. What a track. Oh, that was terrible. And one of my practices I did the same thing. I'm not going to restart since we are so close to the end of the track. I always get carried away there and think I can just start laying down rubber now, but you really can't. This track will bite you. Here's another one that gets me. Luckily not this time. Oh, I need to reset track IR. View's kind of snapping out there. See, I could have left it in second there. And another very tight. You can see the fence there indicating just how narrow a turn that is. Trying not to wheel spin. And my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, this is hard work. Oh, I screwed up that gear shift. I'm going to try and leave it in second. Terrible, terrible time. But that's not the point. The point is to not break the windshield, at least until you finish. I am going to break the windshield at the end. As I said, being a hill climb, it just kind of ends abruptly. So I'm going to smash into the wall at the end just to show you nothing was up my sleeve. Damage was turned on. That's the end of the track there. Here we go. Just to prove a point, there's the wall. Boom. That's a broken windshield. So there you have it. The Code Zero Gaming Assetto Corsa Hill Climb Challenge. I am going to follow tradition and challenge another Code Zero gamer. That would be Zachary Houseneck. Those of you who saw the racing live stream I did almost, gosh, 6 or 7 months ago now with Jeff and Bay Area Bugs and Zach. Know that I nicknamed him Zach Attack. He had a habit of taking me off the track. So Zach, you are next for this challenge. Anyway, hope that's okay with you guys. Let me know what you think about my plans to bring back the non-flight sim content, but still sim content primarily. And until next time, my name is Froogle, and I'll see you all very soon.